Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. Today is going to be a little bit different than what we normally do on stream. One, it's my time, 7 p.m., which is like, what is the math here really quick? 10 hours later than I normally stream. And of course, I gave everyone the heads up that my new work schedule, at least temporarily new work schedule, is going to really mess up the mornings. But on top of that, we have a brand new thing to show off today. This is not a sponsored video. This is a item purchase completely out of my own pocket. Well, you know, credit out of my own pocket. And so we are showcasing today for the very first time the Msfs Alpha Bravo 9, along with the Msfs Mike Hotel 16 side stick. Now, the reason why I bought this side stick, and I've talked about this before on stream, I really love my buttons. I love all the buttons that this stick seems to have compared to the other two Msfs sticks that are available. And so that is the primary reason why I actually bought this stick to go with it. Now, the Alpha Bravo 9, the AB9 Msfs that I bought, is actually open box, and it's a really good deal, and that's honestly the only reason why I decided to purchase it. I went to the local micro center this afternoon after work. So about 4 hours ago, I was on my way there and went ahead and picked this on up, which is about a 45-minute drive typically. But today it was a wonderful like hour and 10 minutes because of traffic. And people just do not know how to merge. It is crazy. Now, the only thing I have done with this stick so far is plug it in, download the Msfs software, rearrange the setup here a little bit. That is it. I have yet to use this on an actual flight. So I figured, why not be a total doofus today and do the very first flight live on stream with this Msfs AB9. So I'm super excited. P2 has been bragging about this stick for a very long, well, the module, I should say, the AB9. He has the different stick, but he's been bragging about this for a very long time. And I've had my eye on it for a very long time as well. So I figured today was going to be the day to go ahead and pull you know, something out of the hat. Now, like I said, I went to Micro Center, which is, you know, about an hour away from us, or from me. And they don't really normally carry this device. They don't normally carry this when they happen to carry it this time around. So I figured, what the heck? I think all the signs were perfectly aligned. And P2, if you're watching, or if you're watching the what's it called? The VOD version of this, here's why I say it was a sign. Because Mike P2 is from India, right? I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, P2. You know, in the future, but I'm pretty sure he said he's from India. He currently lives up in Canada. The person that the staff member that assisted me with ringing out this product is from India. I'm not lying. He's from India, and he also lived in Canada. I am not lying about this. I thought this was like everything was lined up perfectly, because when I got there, I could not find it, but I saw an open box one on the shelf, and I saw the price tag, and I was like, well, hell, let's take a risk and see what happens with it, right? And then went to the line. The guy that rung me up happened to be from India, and lived in Canada. And I thought that's just wild coincidence right there. It was almost like everything was lined up saying you should buy this one. Now, I actually was going to go there, and I was really up in the air what I want to get, honestly. I was really torn between the Thrustmaster TCA yoke, because everyone knows I really love my yokes. Then I was also torn about this guy here. And after talking with P2 this morning, doing some additional research, and then, of course, all the signs lining up there, I decided to pull the trigger on this device here. So we're going to go ahead and set it up here on stream live. Like I said, the only thing I've done is plugged it in, updated the Msfs software, and we're going to go ahead and get some buttons configured and all that jazz. So to do such things, the first thing we're going to do is go into the settings. Now, you may not be able to see some things because the big old window there with the side stick, so I apologize for that. We're going to controls here, and we're going to go and see if we see that Msfs. Here's that Msfs AB9 here. I'm guessing this is the stick itself. It says base, but I'm assuming that's the stick, right? So let's go ahead and set some stuff up. So what I need is an autopilot button. So let's go ahead and type in autopilot in here. Oops, I guess we just put it all together, right? Auto, yeah, it's autopilot, one word. Autopilot. So we need the autopilot button. And let's see. So we look for the master switch. I like to have that big old master switch. Let's type in master. Let's go autopilot and then go to master. Now, some people may be very bored with this. I do apologize for that. Push the button. New plane. We're going to call this one Lex MH19. We're going to call it that. We're going to apply it to all planes. Okay, so we got that button all set up on there. Let's see, what else do we need? So we need to have a look left and look right button. Let's go over here and go to essentials real quick, because these are the ones that Flight Sim or Asobo says are the best ones, or the ones we really need. So we obviously need a pitch up and pitch down, right? So we need an elevator, axis, and I'm going to go with this guy here. Cool. And then ailerons. There's that. So we have those set up perfect. And then we're going to need some, let's see, what else do we need? Let's see. We got flaps. I have my Honeycomb Bravo still. We need trim. So trim nose up and trim nose down. Let's see. So we do have a few buttons here. We have this guy here. I think what I'm going to do is, this is going to be my trim button, I think. I'm going to do this in my trim. So trim nose up. We're going to push down on that button. Perfect. And then trim nose down. We're going to go up. Bam. Why is it a combo? Let's see. Let's change that. See if we can fix that. There's 13. Perfect. Okay, so those are going to be my trim buttons. I'm going to forget all of this stuff. There's so many different buttons we can use here. Okay, then we need a look left and look right as well. So let's go ahead and take a look, see what else we have here. Parking brake. We're going to need that as well. Parking brake. Let's see. So let's go parking brake. I like to do... Let's see. What did I do with my... And a parking brake was up, all right? So I'm going to go parking brake is going to be here. That's going to be parking brake. I'm going to forget all this stuff. It's going to be a disaster, total disaster. We don't need brakes. We got that all set from the other dude. Landing gear, we got that set up from the other dude. Free. Okay, so here we go. So cockpit, we're going to do quick left. Quick left. Let's do this guy here. Is going to be quick left. Why does it say it wants a new one? That's weird. Let's do that again. Lex MH16. We're going to apply it to all aircrafts. All right. Point of view left. Or that's right. Hold on. We want to go right. So right's this way, the other left. And then quick view left. We're going to go ahead and do that. And it's going to be over here. Perfect. Okay, so we have those two. That's what I also need. Great. Let's scroll on down. See what else we have here. Cockpit. I don't really care about that stuff. Okay, so we need to reset external view. I don't know if I want that, but I do need a... Well, I wasn't normally do a camera switch. I normally do a quick camera, but I could just use my normal quick keys for that. But we will need, like, external view. So we'll need that as well. Let's see. Quick... let's see. External. Let's reset. I need external view. I just need... external hold, external... All right, we'll have to search for that one, probably. Toggle drone. I don't really care about that one because I use my insert key for that. Altimeter, active pause, cockpit, here. We need this one. All right, so this button, let's do... let's hit forward on that guy. I don't know if that's a... Yeah, that's forward. Okay, cool. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to forget all. This is so many buttons to try to remember right away. Rotate. That. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Set, run. Okay, that should be at least the basics to get going. We're going to see how anything else works as we progress. I do need... Let's see. I also use toggle speed brakes. So let's see. Spoilers. I'm going to do spoiler. Here we go. Toggle spoilers. And I normally do that down, right? Yeah, so that's going to be spoilers. Is going to be down. So I got... What was up again? Parking brake, spoilers is down. Okay, so we got spoilers set. And then we need what? What else do we need? I know I'm missing something else quite important. Spoilers. Parking brake. I guess that's about all I can think of right this very second. Right? I'm going to go ahead and get the flight sim sound going here as well. Okay, got that going. Cool. All right, well, we're going to go with that and see how things roll with it. Okay, so we're going to use the 777 for this flight. I know that Boeings do not fly with the side stick, but you know what? This might be my new home in terms of side sticks. So we're going to see how things work out. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and dare everything. We're going to go ahead and use APL for this flight because I'm feeling very, very daring. APL had an update, if you don't know, so I'm updating that right now. And we also will go ahead and use Flight Sim First Officer. That might at least help me with some things. And we're going to see what APL has for the very first flight today. I'm not sure how many flights we're going to do. We're going to at least try one. We'll see how things go with this one flight. So, all right, so you can see on the screen here, our first flight we have is Chattanooga to Memphis. That looks like a great flight. It's 235 nautical miles. It'll be a good test flight to see how things go with this plane. So we're going to go ahead and change aircraft. We're going to do the 777. And then we're going to go ahead and set up a SimBrief flight as well. So let's go ahead and move this guy on the side for right now. And then we're going to do the 777 freighter and go ahead and generate that flight. So runway 2 is what it's saying for departure. Let's go ahead and go into Chattanooga. I think I might have a freeware airport, I think. Okay, so we have GA, we have, let's see, which runway is runway 2 for departure. So we're going to go ahead and we'll just say cargo's over here. I don't know if cargo's, I don't know where the hell cargo is here. Oh, cargo's probably up over there. No, cargo's probably back over here. We're just going to go over here. Less taxiing. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Start flight. We're climbing up to flight level 280 for this flight. It is crazy how fast 2024 is with the Sim Update 4. It is crazy how fast everything loads up. Okay, let's go and jump into the cockpit here. Let that load in. So you can see the stick's kind of bouncing around doing this thing. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh god, I already forgot all the buttons. I ain't gonna lie, I pretty much forgot all the buttons. Okay, so now we have that set up. Let's go, what is this thing? Oh, it's Mose, okay. Let's go into Valanta really quick and set in our destination airport, which is Memphis. Cool. Let's launch up Beyondatc as we do. Now, I'm not going to do New Sky on this one. Because I don't want to screw Irishman over with a really bad flight. So, ooh. So First Officer had a really nice looking update. Look at this. Nice new icons here. Very, very cool. They added in some other stuff as well, such as if you go to flight plan, well, if you go into your SOP, that's going to show up, it's going to show performance is really cool. So let's go ahead and download our SimBrief. Aircraft is the PMDG 777, my Lex profile. I'm going to say 4,000 on departure. And then I'm not going to start the flight yet. But this is nice. I like this. I like the nice new, the new icons and stuff. I know he was working on it. I saw a sneak preview of it. So I'm curious to see all the changes that are involved with it. Now I need to do a lot of changes with my setup here. This is kind of quick just to get things going. You can see up here I have the WinWing FCU. Now the stick is meant for a right-handed stick, so it'll be interesting to see how things go with it. So let's look down here real quick. So you can see if I move forward, you can see the movement there. That's really nice. That's really nice. Pull back, very nice. Left, right. Now this is all default profiles. I know there are profiles you can get. I'll have to talk with P2, excuse me, and figure out how it all works out. But I'm just excited. I just want to do a flight. Now, the other thing that's really weird about what's going on with my setup here, you can't see this on camera, but on the left side, I normally have my Bravo on the right side. On this flight, I have it on the left side because of it's going to be a right-handed stick. So it's going to be very weird for me to adjust to this. I also don't think I have a toga button as well. So I'll have to figure out where I have to program a toga button, I think, on... I can program toga. Actually, I'm going to do that right now, so don't forget. That's the button I think I was missing. So let's go over here to the Moza. And then it's, what is it? Auto throttle G8 or something? GA? Auto throttle. Nope, let's disconnect. Auto GA. Nope. What if we type in just GA? Auto throttle GA, yeah, this guy here. So we're gonna go ahead and put that button, that bottom button. All right, so that will be my toga button, at least for now. Okay, now we also need to get Beyondatc rolling with these new buttons. So push to talk. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger, hold it for 2 seconds. All right, so we have that one, and then we need another button for Beyondatc to... So what is these? One of these guys, I think I can go that one. Let's do that. This is gonna be my fire action 1 button. Okay, cool. So let's see. We'll see if we got that all figured out now. All right, so Beyondatc clearance. Let's see if it works. Let's do. We'll talk to this one. Nope. All right, let's try if this button worked. Nope, none of my buttons worked. That's no good. Okay, fire action trigger. Yeah, none of those buttons worked. What the hell? All right, that's weird. None of the buttons worked with Beyondatc. I might have asked P2 about that as well. That's not good. Mega Challenger, welcome in. Yeah, I have the Moza AB9. I bought that today. So this is my very first flight with it. 0 setup. We're going to see how things go on this flight. It's probably going to go disastrous. Right now I'm trying to set up Beyondatc with buttons, and it doesn't want to work with these here buttons. I have it set up push to talk. I have it set for fire action, and none of that's working. Okay. Well, for now, we'll just do click the buttons. FENIX. Okay, so let's go ahead and get start flight.
Hello, Captain.
All right. Got that all set. Let's go over here to the left-hand side, electronic flight bag. Request SimBrief up here at the top. Let's go to that guy on, that guy on. Start the APU.
Cleared to Memphis.
And let's go get our lights going. You know what sucks? I just set up my lights, my taxi lights working with the Alpha, and now I can't use those. That's unfortunate. All right, so we got that set up. Let's go on down here to the bottom, and let's go to FMC, position in it, waiting for the GPS. There it is. And we're going to go next page, grab the GPS, drop it in. Now, the stick's kind of doing some things. It's kind of, I don't know what that flickering is. It's kind of bouncing around on its own. Let's go request it. Set payload, set fuel, select route. You see, it's like moving on its own. I don't know what that's from. We'll see what happens. All right, so now we're just waiting for that flight plan to get loaded on into the sim. Perfect. Let's load it.
This will be a standard departure brief. Any questions, feel free to interrupt. Our initial altitude is 4,000 feet.
All right, so that's loading on in. Yeah, what the hell? Why is this stick kind of doing this thing? It's like all freaky out.
Whether a departure is clear.
That's the stuff that makes me nervous about open boxes. All right, runway 2 for departure. Execute. And then we're going to put in 0 fuel weight. And then we're climbing up to 280. That's perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this information. So we go over here, and we go to Performance Tool. And we're going to go to Runway 2 Departure. Grab this jazz. And then we're doing Takeoff 137. So Takeoff 137. Takeoff. And then Flaps 5, CGs. And then V speeds, all set, perfect. Clear out all these messages. Next thing I gotta figure out is where the hell I'm gonna put my tablet at.
And you run the checklists. I will handle the controls until at least 1,000 feet. After that, we can
now it's in a
discuss
dangerous
auto-flight
spot.
or hand flying as needed.
Alright, I'm gonna load up my tablet.
Standard follow-ups as per SOP.
Let's go to legs. It looks good. I heard the APU is firing up there, or fired up. So let's go over here to ground. Release this. Remove the chocks. Go to doors. We're gonna arm all the doors. Cool. And then send this guy back over here. Altimeter is set. Cool.
Oxygen.
Tested.
Flight instruments.
All right.
Set.
Parking brake.
Parking brake. Oh crap! What button did I do for that? Oh, I don't remember.
On.
Fuel
Alright.
control switches.
Off.
Got that. I already forgot what button. See, I knew it was gonna happen. All right, up here at the top, let's go ahead and go that on auto. Those are all set.
Doors.
These guys
Closed.
on. Perfect.
Signal
And
signs.
let's go ahead and put in flight level 280.
Airspeed. 0.
Checked.
Heading. 1.
Did you calibrate? Yes, I did calibrate it.
Checked.
Maybe I should calibrate it again.
Altitude. 2. 8. 0.
So I'm gonna bring it up here. Oh, let's bring it up here on the screen.
Takeoff
Okay, so
speeds.
here we are. We're gonna go. This is for the
One,
base. Let's
one,
auto
one.
calibrate the
B
base.
order.
Let us
One,
do its thing
6.
there.
B2. 1. 5. 5.
Checked.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Trim.
Set.
Departure briefing.
Completed.
Beacon lights.
On.
All right, calibration's complete. It says, and then let's go here to the trigger dude, and then we can start the. Should we do calibration here? Each time we place, let's just go ahead and calibrate this guy too. We'll recalibrate both of them. All right, it's backing up the base. Let's see what happens. It does a self-test. Yeah, when I first plugged it in, it did a self-test. When I first turned it on, I should say. So now it's, I don't know, calibrating, doing this thing. Do not forcibly disconnect the power. Avoid touching the shaft. That's what she said. So, Cloudy Box, I assume you have one of these, right? Or you just watch stuff? I'm just curious. Okay, calibration's completed. Okay, so we can go ahead and get rid of that jazz. Move that on the side. Okay, let's go ahead and get... I don't know why my Beyond ATC buttons aren't working. Oh, what the hell did I just do? Did I just hit a button? Alright, well, we'll figure it out. Alright, request pushback.
FedEx 1376.
Let's go ahead and start our
Heavy,
pushback.
Sierra 13
What could
Alpha.
possibly go
Right
wrong
pushback and engine
doing
start.
this first flight without any kind of testing? What could possibly go wrong? Got face south, so let's go ahead and turn to the south. This is going to be a tight turn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure cargo doesn't actually come here,
Pushback approved.
or park here,
Face
but
south, FedEx 1376 heavy.
let's take a look on the outside. Oh, that's plenty of room. Okay, let's go ahead and request the pushback. Pushback is commencing up here at the top. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1. That's a quick turn. Get the clocks clocking. RTO on the brakes. Introduce some fuel. And let's go over here to checklist. Alright, hydraulics, blah, 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 that's all good. Perfect. Let's go over here to normal. Takeoff speeds. Trim's going to be next. Let's go over here to FMC. And then trim's going to be 450. 45. Oh, crap. Which one did I do for trim? Is that here? Yep. That's 5. Alright, that should be about right for trim. Trim's good. Checked. Normal.
Engine 2 started.
Up here at the top. Engine number 2 is good. Engine number 1's next. And anti-ice good. Recall's good. Flight controls. Oh, let's do pushback flows. Engine start flows. I would recommend the V1 profile for the Airbus. Where do you get that from? Where do you get the profiles from? Ground's checked. Good. And then normal. Alright, flaps. Flaps are coming down. Nope. Introduce fuel. Yeah, it is kind of, it's like doing its own thing. It's bouncing around. It makes me a little nervous. A little worried about the open box stuff. Let's go up here to the top. Let's go and turn taxi lights on. Engine number 2 is coming on board. Tell you what, it's nice having all the space on my desk.
Engine 1 started.
Engine 1 started. I heard the switch up there. Perfect. It's back to normal. Let's go to APU off. And everything else looking grand there. Beyond ATC, taxi to runway.
FedEx 1376 heavy request taxi to the active.
And then let's go heading.
1376 heavy, runway 2 taxi via Alpha.
All right, we'll taxi to runway 2 via Alpha. FedEx 1376 heavy.
Runway 2.
All engines stabilized.
Alright, got that set in there as well. Engines all stabilized, and
Engines
engine on. After start
APU
checklist, APU off. Perfect. Taxi
Taxi
checklist.
lights.
On. Anti-ice. Set.
Alright, we're going to do a flight control test
Recall.
really quick on the ground here. See how this works out.
Auto brakes.
Rejected takeoff.
Flight control test.
Alright, here we go. Flight control test.
Full left.
Ooh.
Neutral. Full right. Neutral. Full forward. Full back.
Checked.
Ooh. I can feel the vibration in it. It's so cool. That's so cool. It's so cool. You pull back on, you can, oh man, this is weird. Okay. Okay, we got taxi clearance via Alpha. So we're just gonna go straight ahead here. Let's bring in some throttle. It's so cool. Yeah, I can feel the vibration in the joystick, in the side stick. It's very cool. I'm gonna try not to hold it too much. I'm not gonna hold my stick too much. That's just nasty. Alright, over here is Alpha. Yeah, this is also really weird using throttle with your left hand. I haven't had a throttle in my left hand in forever. Like, I'm talking probably 4 years now. The last, I don't even know if I've ever had, actually. I had a Thrustmaster joystick before that had a combo, you know, the throttle and the side stick. But I want to say that was still on the right side, the throttles. I may never have had the throttle on the left. This is really weird. Very, very weird. Alright, Toga I have set for the bottom down there.
FedEx 1376 heavy, contact Chattanooga Tower 118.3.
Lights.
Take care.
Approaching runway 02.
Cabin crew.
Tower 118.3, FedEx 1376 heavy.
Lights.
Checked.
Flaps.
Alright, let's go ahead and request departure.
FedEx 1376 heavy, ready to go, runway 2.
Alright, let's go ahead and get lights on.
FedEx 1376 heavy, Chattanooga Tower, wind calm, fly runway heading runway 2, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, runway 2 clear for takeoff.
Fly runway
What did I set these
runway
buttons down here
2
for?
takeoff.
I need to get like a
FedEx
master list of how I did
1376
this.
heavy.
Alright, here we go. We're flying runway heading. That's set in the box. Let's go ahead and readjust that just a little bit. Alright, heading is set. Perfect. Throttle's up slightly. Toga's engaged. The very first flight, I can feel more vibration in the stick. Very cool. Thrust is set. The winds are right behind us, so calm. Perfect.
Speed alive.
Alright, here we go. Very first flight with the side stick. Oh, it's cool. I can feel moving.
Checked.
That's really neat. Really, very neat.
V1. Rotate.
Alright, rotate. First rotation. Just gently off the ground. Oh man, that's cool.
Positive rate.
Gear going up.
Gear up.
There's vibration with the gear. trim I set,
Reset transponder squawk 174.
oh crap.
1742.
1742 in the box. Alright, transponder set. What I set trim for? There's trim, okay. Got trim set.
Contact Chattanooga departure. FedEx 1376 heavy.
Flaps going up 1 notch.
Acceleration altitude.
Oh, this is cool. This is cool, man.
1376 heavy.
I'm like a
Good afternoon.
big kid right now.
1,200 feet.
And this is default, so like, I know it's gonna get even better.
FedEx 1376 Heavy, Chattanooga departure. Good afternoon. Radar contact. Climb maintain 14,000.
14,000.
Niner 7.
It's neat. You can feel it. You can feel just the pressure, the vibration, the pressure. That was a very smooth takeoff too. I don't know if I've ever had a takeoff that smooth before.
Flaps.
Turn left, heading 270.
270.
Barrington about 27 miles.
Up. Gear.
Turn left,
Up.
heading 270.
All right, 270 over to the left.
Flaps up.
Watch the speed. Watch the speed. All right, let's go over here to VNav
Navigation on.
and heading mode. Very cool. Okay, let's readjust trim. Very nice. Yeah, it like, this is impressive. It feels so different. Like, I feel like with the Honeycomb Alpha, I had to give it so much more feedback. And this stick, not so much. Now, one thing I was reading. One thing is so I have the original Alpha, but the XPC apparently it has better sensors in it, so it could be that as well. It could be that this side stick, you know, has a lot more. I don't know enough detail about it, but may have better. Oh, that's so cool. It's so cool. Okay, 200. I am gonna have to move where I have the autopilot or the WinWing stuff. That's just not gonna work. Where it is, I'm gonna have to put that on the left-hand side or on my left-hand side. Okay, this is freaking awesome. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Now, the big thing will be, of course, landing. That's always the challenge, right? New peripherals, new joystick, new yoke, whatever it be. Landing is always going to be the fun part. Let's go up here and turn off our landing lights. We're just about to pass 10,000. This plane with APL, you want to have it off
10,000
before you reach 10,000. Looking good. Now, I'm guessing we're going to get vectors direct. Or I should say we should likely get direct here.
1376 Heavy, turn right, heading 275.
Turn right, heading 275. FedEx 1376 heavy.
Yeah, I'm going to have to move. Definitely going to move
76 Heavy, Chattanooga. Expect Mona 4, runway 18 left.
18 left into Memphis. Cool. That's what we're expecting.
Expect Mona 4, runway 18 left. FedEx 1376 heavy.
FedEx 1376 Heavy, contact Atlanta Center 1.
Very cool.
175.
It's not overpowered either. That's the thing. That's the biggest thing I'm noticing is it's not crazy overpowered. You know, one would think it might be,
Atlanta Center, FedEx
you know, just
1376
really
heavy.
aggressive, but it's not. Again, this is all default profiles, so once I get it all dialed in, it's probably going to be even better. But the default so far is, I'm impressed.
FedEx 1376 Heavy, Atlanta Center, climb, maintain flight level 280.
280.
Climb, maintain flight level 280. FedEx 1376 heavy.
I'm not sure how much you can see the vibrations, you know, on the video. I'm sure it's very, very difficult to see.
FedEx 1376 heavy.
I'm not going to do you know, there's so many different videos you can see out there, people just doing acrobatic stuff with, you know, stuff with the sticks and all that jazz. That's what I'm not what I'm doing today, of course.
100 feet.
All right, autopilot's on, so now the stick will just kind of might move on its own. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom out of here. Let's go ahead and go down here and get our arrival in. This is a short flight, so make sure we have it all set up. After takeoff, checklist complete, perfect. And our arrival is 18 left. There's 18, and then via the Mona 4, and the match, sorry, current transition, perfect. Okay, now we're gonna have that calculate, do its thing. Beautiful. Okay. What's nice about short hops like this, or flights that don't have SIDS, is that you typically get the arrival information fairly quickly with Beyondatc. Alright, minimums are 501. Let's go ahead and get that set in the box here. 501. 501. It's in the box, perfect. All right, and then runway. So it looks like we're gonna be ended up turning to the left a little bit. So that'll be just fine, just fine. All right, direct. So let's go LNAV.
Navigation on.
Yeah, so you can see right above the stick here. This is where I have the FCU stuff. I'm gonna have to move that over to my left-hand side. I feel I need to have a hand free to dial that stuff in. Right now I'm taking my hand off the stick, and then, you know, that can't work. That can't work. So I'll do some rearranging of stuff. I can probably put my tablet where that is, and I can put that stuff, I don't know, figure out something with it. Now eventually that's going to be replaced. The Honeycomb Bravo stuff will likely be replaced with the WinWing stuff eventually, you know, when that happens. Now there's this switch down here. I'm not quite sure what that does. I'm not sure if that's another button or what that is. So we'll have to do some investigation on that too. There's also some rolling thing here. A rolling wheel that's I just tightened up. Oh, it looks like this. Oh, I see. That moves. It's moving this guy here. I don't know how well you can see it on the video. It's probably dark, but it's moving this dude here. So I got to figure out what. If I can move this. Maybe I can move this lower. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what that is. Yeah, so we'll have to, so one thing obviously is, like I said, we're gonna figure out some profiles for this. You recommended the V1 profile, so if anyone has any suggestions how to get those profiles, let me know. I'm I'm like an hour within this with this stick, so we'll see how things go. Okay, as we're climbing out here, I'm gonna step away, give the cat some food. It's dinner time, so I'm gonna step away in 1 sec here. You know, I just realized is that I always step away to feed the cats during our morning streams, and here I am doing it at night streams as well. Okay, let's see if we can figure out how we get some profiles. So the AB9 profiles, let's see if we can find that. Download, anyone sharing. This is from October. How do you export? Let's see, get started. Let's see, how to initiate your experience. AB9 base. In the Moza Discord, people are posting their various profiles for their various planes. Oh, interesting. In the Moza Discord. Cool. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Let's see. Moza Discord. The Moza Racing Fan Club? Is that right? That must be at 61,000 members. All right, open in Discord. take a look at this real quick here. Customize your experience. Racer, and because I also have the R3. Am I a bot? No. Oh, I'm not a bot. Okay. I thought I said, am I a bot? Okay, cool. So we have that all set up. All right. So, let me bring up on screen. So we have the MOSA challenges, racing, and then flights here, sharing setups. And then we have, okay, so we have DCS, we have Elite Dangerous, we have the F-16, we have the Cessna 172, the Miltech. Let's see, oh, here we go, AB9 2024 777 preset. Here we go. So my shares, okay, it's cool. So let's go ahead and download this preset. Do I dare do it during a flight? Is it gonna matter if I do it during a flight?
Take care.
All right, so we have that.
FedEx 1376 heavy. Good evening. Flight level 280.
Here's a 320 preset.
1376 heavy Memphis Center.
Do you know if I can I change it just during a flight? I don't want to potentially crash anything. Okay, cool. So yeah, now I have this. Thank you for that. Thank you for the tip in the MOSA Discord. Thank you so much for that.
Memphis Center, roger.
So, export presets, save vehicle game, auto matching is on. How do we load a profile? Expert settings. You might crash the plane. Okay, we won't do it during flight then. Oh, interesting. Okay. So as we're flying away here, we can see it's getting the source information here. So autopilots and, you know, the pitch and all that stuff, gear, and then engine vibration. That's very cool. And then you can adjust the canopy motion. Main wing. Oh, so this must be where all the... Okay, interesting. This is where all the settings, so this is where people have their profile, I'm assuming. Okay. And then you can do your travel here, and then special. Button left-hand side, there's import. Oh, right here, huh? This one? Oh, that's firmware. Button left-hand side. Load presets. Oh, here, this is probably where you're looking for, or what you're telling me about. So, somewhere over here, import right there. So we can import. I'm going to hide my screen real quick. I want you to see all my naughty stuff. Just joking, there's no naughty stuff. Alright, import that. Okay, so now we have that imported. 777 Felix. That's fine. Selected preset. Import. And I'm not going to load it now, though. Okay, so we have it set here. Okay, so there's a 777. Oh, so there already is one here. It's right here. Okay, so there already is a couple profiles set up. Unless that's the one I just loaded in. A lot of DCS is in there. So we have the turbo prop, piston prop, the bell. Yeah, there's quite a few here. Okay, this is cool. And then, so if you... Now, here's the question. Will it load these... If it knows you're flying the 777, will it load that preset? I wonder if it will know that. That's interesting. This is where, like, live streaming is fantastic because you get so much detail from real-world people. I do really appreciate it, especially learning this on the fly like this. It's cool. It's cool to have this going on. All right, top of descent's coming up pretty quickly here. So I got the minimum set. Let's see, what else do we have to do? I think we're all set, pretty much, right? Yeah, pretty much just we got to put in our approach information. 6,000 feet for the arrivals. I'm gonna go ahead and pop in 6,000 feet. I'm definitely gonna have to move this. This is
Southwest 1798.
that's definitely in the wrong spot.
33.8.
Definitely in the wrong spot. All right. We're gonna do the one flight today. We're gonna see how this landing goes, and I'm gonna go ahead and move things around and probably do another flight after off stream. See if we can figure out the Beyondatc button issue too. Supposed to turn if you turn it on. Top right, I think. Supposed to if you turn it on. Okay, top right. Okay, gotcha.
1376 heavy contact Memphis Center 258.
Now I want to look real quick. Let's see if I can search.
Contact Memphis Center 255. FedEx 1376
Beyond
heavy. Take
ATC. AB9. Let's see if anyone's
Flight level 280.
AB9 causing frame drop, stuttering traffic. I can't see that.
FedEx 1376 heavy Memphis Center copy.
Why would AB9 be causing stutters? Better not be. Okay, let's see. That's from March of this year.
Delta 727, contact Memphis Center 1 tree.
Alright, so I didn't find anything with that. Let's go beyond ATC, the Mike Hotel 19. Alright, Google didn't find any results for that. So I just want to know if there's a bug with Beyondatc. I know, like, with the WinWing products, there's some issues with that. So if we type in what is it, Mike Hotel 19, no search results, Moza. Let's type in Moza. Okay, no input from Yo keyboard. Okay, press a button, hold down. Is this a known issue? That's from, okay, so this guy says, I've done some updates today, used Beyondatc, but I just recognized the push to talk button's not working anymore. I have to delete it to sign a new one, but it does not work anymore. It seems that Beyondatc does not recognize any input, no yoke buttons, no keypad. Okay, so there's a known issue that guy's saying. And this is from January, so that's a long time ago. Okay, so let's see. Beyondatc seems to have a bug with the mapping. Okay, right now. Matt, welcome on in. Interesting. Yeah, I was working with my Alpha, and I know, like I was saying, with the WinWing Ursa Minor, I know there's an issue with it. Oh, okay, it's Matthew. Wait, what? Yeah, why is it changed? Yeah, Matthew, why is the name changed? Matthew M3. That's interesting, Matthew. Yeah. Well, you're seeing here live, I have, for the very first time, the Moza AB9. Takeoff went really, really smoothly. Very happy with that. We're going to see how the arrival is coming into Memphis now. The Memphis arrival will be the next thing, and that's, you know... It's gonna be a challenge probably. I set my buttons up. That was what the first part of the stream was, setting up buttons, and I already forgot where the buttons were. So I'm gonna show you. I have a post-it note. I'll show you if you can see on the screen. It's probably hard to see with on a little tiny camera. But there's my post-it note. I use the post-it note for my Ursa Minor. I gotta do the same thing now with this side stick. It's gonna be very interesting to get everything figured out and memorized and whatnot. All right, top of the descent's coming up here. I guess for now I can use Beyondatc's menu here. So this is the VR menu. You can get it from beyondatc.net/downloads. Just drop it in the community folder. But I can just use this button here to make it all work for now. That's fine. Okay, we're almost at top of descent. I'm gonna wait just a few more seconds here though. I want to see if Beyondatc will automatically give me the descent. Let's go on down here as well, set up for the arrival. So there's our V-Speeds 146 for that. Descent, we're not quite there just yet, but we will. I got the Moza, J. Russ. Welcome in, J. Russ, by the way. Yes, you see it. It's right there. So you don't have to go back and watch the intro. Okay, we're ready for descent. Let's go ahead and get the descent instructions for Beyondatc. Call for descent. So, I was thinking really hard about this for a very long time. And I honestly went to Micro Center and I was going to get the Thrustmaster TCA yoke. I was kind of set on that. But I got there and I saw this open boxed for the base. So the base is open box, and I saved $150 or so on the base. That's great. The stick was full price and was not open box. But I ended up spending this extra $70 so I can have the warranty, the extended 2-year warranty from Micro Center. So if something goes wrong with it, I can just go up in there and they will replace it. If they have it in stock, of course, they will replace it with no charge. Or if they don't have it in stock, I can go and just get my money back. So, and the Micro Center 2-year thing is really, really good. I highly recommend it for anything that's super expensive. When mapping a button in Beyondatc, hold it for a few seconds, don't let go. So here's the thing. I'm going to bring it up here on screen. So it is detecting it. So you see here, it says trigger. It's detecting it. But it's not doing anything. You can hear the clicking. That's loud. I'm going to try it again. Let's clear it out. It's going to pop up on there. Hold it for 2 seconds. And now it says trigger 2. Maybe it wasn't. All right, let's try this again. So what was I going to use for this one? Oh, I was using that. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so now it says 2 and 8. Let's try it. Nope. Nothing. Yeah, it doesn't want to take it. Doesn't seem to want to work. No wonder it's been quiet in Discord. Actually, I left to go get it at 3 p.m. today. I got home at about 5 something. So it took an hour to get things moved up in this setup here. But I was at work all day, so that's why I was quiet. So yeah, I don't know why the button's not working. It did change to button 2 though. Let's try it again. Hold it down. Hold it down for 2 seconds. Now it's saying trigger again. Yeah, it doesn't seem to recognize it. Doesn't seem to recognize it. Button 2. Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to recognize it. I've had that problem. It was busy input on my rudder pedals that was messing up. Oh, okay. Does the same on the Moza yoke? Okay. Does it eventually work? Did you eventually... J. Russ says... Okay, so he said it could be something else picking it up. So I could potentially just go ahead and unplug all my stuff and try testing it that way. So I can... Yeah, but I did read that Beyondatc, apparently does have an issue with it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. P2 uses it, though, I assume. I assume he has some button map for Beyondatc. So I'll have to ask him how he's got it set up. Alright, so it's a rival runway 18. So we're going to end up going straight on in, and then we're going to get a vectors to the right, probably, and then swing on in for the left.
Memphis Center, FedEx 1376 Heavy, descending via...
J. Russ, this is really cool, though. I need to move it up, I think, a little bit more. I think it's a little too far back for me. I'm actually do that right now. Live on stream. It's really heavy, too. It's super heavy. Alright, let's try that. Get reposition here. That's a little better. I think I'm also gonna... I know this is gonna be probably bad to do, but I'm gonna turn it like this. Just at a little bit of an angle for me. Yeah, this feels a little bit more ideal. I like this. So I actually have it on. So my concern was... I was asking P2 about it this morning. You about the intentions instead. You know what's funny is I had issues with the intentions and key binding as well. And I had reported it for a very long time. I haven't used it for over a year now, but I reported it, and Brian said, he knew about it, but never had it fixed or whatever. And I don't know if that's still an issue, but I was having issues when I would try a new peripheral. So when I switched over to the side stick versus my Alpha yoke, I was having problems with that. J. Russ says, I'm happy for you. I appreciate it. Can't believe you didn't come into Discord to share it with us. That's so awesome. Well, I didn't for a reason, because I wanted to hopefully get people into the stream if they could today, if they could. But I have 2 videos, 2 unboxing videos, and I'll eventually get a get my review of it and all that jazz down the road. Got to spend some time with it still. Got to figure out some things. I just downloaded a profile. We'll try on a second flight, not on stream here, because I want to do some moving of my peripherals and stuff and try to get Beyondatc buttons working properly. But I'm streaming tomorrow morning, J. Russ, so if you're available and around tomorrow morning, I'm going to stream probably around my normal 9 a.m. Central Time. I think you're in the Central time zone, right? Isn't it okay there? Airbus side stick is slightly angled towards the pilot too. Definitely more comfortable. Oh, is it really? Is it really? Awesome. Nice quiet night. Welcome in, Maddie. Welcome on in. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. Hopefully your week was fantastic. I'm exhausted. I'm tired, man. So here's the thing. IRL, I normally only work about 35 hours a week. That's normally what I work. I'm full-time, but I normally work about 35 hours a week. And that's perfect. I work typically 12 to 7. That's my normal shift, and it works out really well. And then, I'll work Saturdays whenever time allows. I had the McDo, but I actually end up selling on eBay because I just didn't use it. Like, I just never used it, and I felt like I was wasting... When I have a peripheral, I want to use it. I really want to use it as much as I can. And I feel if I don't use it, it's going to waste. Right? That's who I am as a person. And I do keep backups of select things, right? So I have a the Ursa Miner's not going anywhere. That's my backup. If something were to happen with this, if I end up keeping this Moza, which I likely will, as long as everything works fine. If something happens with that, I need something to use, right? So I'll keep the Ursa Mine as a backup. That Alpha, though, who knows? The Alpha might go up on eBay. Anyways, yeah. So I had the McDo, and I ended up selling on eBay, which is stupid because I ended up losing probably $40 on that one. Can I borrow the Moza? Sure, come on over. I was telling P2 for the longest time. He could send me his send me the one he has my way. Wouldn't fight you on it. I didn't know it was slanted slightly. I had no idea that the real life Airbus one is slanted sideways. Tempted to get the McDo, EFIS, and the FCU. Yeah, so the FCU, I have it right above here. I know you probably can't see it on the top. But I have the FCU and the EFIS on top of it. The FCU, I waited a very long time to buy it. And the reason for that is because I have the Honeycomb Bravo, which is on the left side of me right now. Which I know, people are going to get all mad. But it has autopilot buttons and all that. But the FCU obviously has a display on it, right? And the FCU is the best purchase I've made in a while. Now, of course, this Moza might be the next best purchase, but it is. I use it for every single flight I do. I have programs set with Mobiflight, a profile set up for Mobiflight, for all the different planes, so the 777, the iFly, the PMDG 737, the EJETs, etc. I have every profile I use for all the planes. I have it all set up. And it's fantastic. This is the greatest thing ever. It's in a bad spot right now with the setup I'm working on. But I'll get things moved around and get things figured out and ideal. But I'm thinking of just moving things around. Actually, I like the tablet being on top of the yoke. I kind of like this a lot, actually. It's kind of blocking a little bit of my view, but it works. Altimeter is 2987. So we got that set in the box there. Let's see. Got your... Oh, yeah. I saw you got your Boeing... your Boeing pounds today. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. I had thought about that. This new setup. If I end up keeping the AB9, if I do, I might actually consider getting that Boeing panel, because I can put that right in front of me. Actually, I can do that with the FCU as well. Now that I think about that, that might work too. Instead of putting it on the left of me, I can put it right in front of me. That's not a bad idea. I'm going to think about that. Think about it. Throttles on the A320 Tough needs like 6 dents. D-dents. Oh, really? Your VK won't cut it. Oh. Yeah, so I can't wait for the WinWing throttles. I'm so excited. Polyot over on 757 Spy, he has it, and he's talked good things about it. He loves it. He's got a couple of critiques with it, but it's glad to see someone else have it right now, because not that some of that's not a streamer. No offense to any streamers out there. I don't consider myself a streamer, but No offense to anyone out there, but
Descending via Mobiflight.
having someone who's not a streamer, who's non-biased, who bought it out of their own pocket, stuff like that, giving your opinion on it, I feel it's a lot more real than, you know, people that have gotten it for free. You know, but that's, again, personal preference. I love hearing it from real people that bought stuff. Like this product here. 100% bought my own, you know, my own, eventually will end up being my own money. But, yeah. Okay, so we're almost at 10,000. Let's go up here and get landing lights on. So what I'm going to work on is, Will, who's in the channel here a lot, and in Discord as well, he's going to help me set up the Stream Deck flight panel. They're on sale right now. He's going to help me set up that up. So I think I might be able to take advantage of it a little bit more now. I want to get some light switches going, stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to take full advantage of it, though. Not going to take full advantage of it. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm really nervous about this landing. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very nervous about this landing. The winds in Memphis are calm. Really? Okay, well, at least I got that on my side.
Memphis Center, American 2396, flight level 314.
Lex is in full cockpit mode. Yeah, I am. Yeah, once I get it all figured out and set up, I'll get a picture up in Discord so you can see what I have going on. It's not going to look anything like yours, Jay. Yours is off the chart. Yours is incredible. But, you know, I'm going to do the best I can with the limited resources I have available to me. Oh, I don't even have the center pressure yet. Right now we do.
Passing 10,000 feet.
All right, we're clear down to 6,000. We're just passing 10,000. Let's see what kind of restrictions we must have here. 8 and 6,000 at Zan. Okay, so we're looking pretty good here. On descent, recalls check, notes are set, auto brakes. We're going to worry about that. We got the landing 146 and approach briefing is all set. Let's go to normal here. Altimeters are set and checked, and then landings will be next. Spoilers I used, that was up, right? I'm trying to do the same kind of things I did with my Alpha. It's just obviously different buttons. And I got to figure out what buttons I'm missing, because I definitely am missing quite a few buttons. Sim Update 4 is really good. I went back and debated it. Did you? Nice. Running Sim Update 4. Yes, I am. Still stuttering even with the 59 on the Sim Update 3. I'm running Sim Update 4 beta, and it's been really good. Ever since, what was it? The one update that where they fixed it where most third-party planes work again? It's been great. It's been fantastic. The release that came out, what, on Wednesday, I think it was, might be a release candidate version. They still have to fix, I think, the world map, but it might be a release candidate because it's really stable, in my opinion. Let's see. Tax season, I'll get the Moza, but don't want it if I should get the don't know if I should get the joystick or the yoke. So Maddie, I'm a big fan of the yoke. I don't have the Moza yoke, but I have the Alpha, right? And it's going to be hard for me to make this change to get consistent with landings and all that jazz. I think it's going to be really difficult. But for me, I looked at it a couple different things. One is I really, really wanted space. I wanted space, and I think once I get the WinWing throttle quadrant, it's going to be really, really nice because it's going to just free up so much more space on my desk. I feel that with the Alpha, with the Bravo, with the FCU, and all this stuff, it's so cluttered. There's so much on my desk. It's crazy. And then if when I eventually switch up to play other stuff, Jurassic World's coming out next month, or next week, so I'll be playing that one. And then Outer Worlds will be coming out in the month. I'll be playing that eventually. I have the racing stuff, so, the NASCAR game comes out next month. I'll be playing that. So it's just going to be nice to be able to not have to remove things and change things around. So I can just plop it up and good to go. Or if I want to just do FPS, I don't have to move anything. I can just do an FPS. It's going to be really nice. I love my Alpha, though. I freaking love that Alpha. But one thing I noticed right away with this side stick is the fact that there was almost no input I had to give. It was so smooth.
Heavy, leave Zamet heading 300.
Zamet heading 300. Right. But again, I have to move that freaking FCU. That's not good. The yoke is massive. Yeah, and that's the other thing, Maddie, is that's kind of my turn off with the yoke. It is really long. It's heavy. It's going to come out far, right? So you're going to have to be farther back from the desk. So those are some of the things I was worried about with that.
Turn right, heading
With the
300,
Moza
FedEx
yoke.
1376 heavy.
I think it's gonna be really cool to have and all that, and I would love to, absolutely love to have it. But what my setup, I just don't have the spacing to make it work. I don't have the spacing to make it work, as much as I really would love to make it work. Never compare your setup to anyone else. We all love flight sim and enjoy seeing everyone's setup. I'm stoked for you. Thank you, J. Russ. And that's a great thing. That's a great point. From time to time, Tunto Murphy will, I don't know if he still does, but he'd do, you know, setups. He'd look at pictures of other people's setups. He'd put it in Discord and he'd take a look at the pictures, right? And it's really cool to see all the different setups. It really is awesome. Like J. Russ said, everyone's is their own kind of thing. And I remember he had showed off my setup I had at the time, and he's like, "Oh, look at that! He has the Stream Deck on an arm." He's like, "That's brilliant! I should do that." You know, so and J. Russ, you know, some of the things you have in your setup, I know Irishman's been looking at it, and be like, "Wow, I should do that too." So I think it's great to see all the different setups, because you get ideas of how you want to do your setup. I think it's so cool. Manny says, I am just so used to a joystick. Oh, yeah. So I'm the opposite. I'm so used to a yoke. But I think going right-handed might be really good for me, because I'm right-handed dominant person. So I think flying right-handed might be ideal for me. I know it's against the rules. I'm sitting on the left side with the right-handed stick, but we're in a sim, folks. We're in a sim. All right, 3,000 feet here, so we got some time yet. Just waiting for Beyondatc to give me further instructions. To get down. Yeah, I have, let's see, yeah, I have disconnected my Moza yoke, so I have room for all the WinWing stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, I love yokes. I really do. Not in eggs, but, you know, I love yokes. And like I said, I went in primarily to, in my head was to buy the Thrustmaster TCA yoke again. I had it once. I ended up returning it. But I went in going with that in my head, and then I got there to Micro Center and I looked at this flight stick here, and I was like, wow, it really does look good. I was reading reviews, watching videos this morning at work, and you know, it looked really good. And here's P2. Get some P2 emotes in there. P2, we should change your emote to Moza. I think P2 has stock in Moza, just like J. Russ has stock in APL. Speaking of which, APL does have a sale on for a couple days. If you don't know, you can go over to APL, and all three of them are like 20% off. So this is your chance to get like APL or, but there's one, what's it called? The tour one, and then I think there's another one. Oh, the expansion pack. All that's 20% off. If you don't have APL, I highly recommend it. It's one of the best. This is, I don't work for them. I don't get paid for them. I'm not a sponsor or nothing like that. The career add-on, J. Russ knows for sure. It is one of the best careers you can have within flight simming. Period. It's fantastic, and it also works at X-Plane and all that jazz. Sorry, was that Algonquin Providential Park all day? Just reached home. Really, Algonquin. That's funny. We have a town nearby us where I live in Illinois called Algonquin. I'm a Moza whore. Lex, do you need presets? Yes, P2. Yes, if you can Discord those to me, please. Whatever you have, send them over to me. Curb gave, I think it was Curb who gave me the tip about going in. I have the Moza Discord now, and I did download a 777 profile, but I didn't set it up yet because there's a chance it could, you know, crash everything. So I decided against doing it on this flight. Let's see. Love to have a full cockpit swapped out with for the F-18, the C-172, and the 320. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Thank you, P2. Thank you. Yeah, it'd be cool. J. Russ, he's looking at doing his, you know, join the Discord if you don't, or I think Jay has some photos. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick here while we're on approach. Let's see. Discord, and then we're gonna go into setups. Where do we have that at? Flight setups. Okay, let me see if I can pull up J. Russ's really quick. Yeah. Well, P2's, well, first off, let's look at P2 because it's right here. P2 setup is damn fine. He's got the Moza right there. 270.
Turn left, heading 270, FedEx 1376 heavy.
Very nice, very nice. And then JRuss, let's see if we can find JRuss real quick. That's my crappy setup. And I think Jay just made some changes recently, but here's one of JRuss's right there. Isn't that just incredible? Freaking awesome. Steam decks galore. Side stick over here, throttle quadrant right there. Freaking awesome. It's an incredible setup. Here's the panel right here. Incredible. Alright, we gotta start preparing for this arrival. 285.
Turn right, heading 285.
They haven't told me to descend any further, so I'm a little concerned. I'm gonna put in 3,000 in the box here. There it is. 5,000.
Descend, maintain 5,000. FedEx 1376.
Alright, I'll put in 10,000. I just reached home and utterly exhausted. Is it okay if I send things tomorrow? Oh, of course, P2. Yeah. No, I understand. Totally understand. I'm only doing the one flight tonight, and then I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna rearrange some things, and then prepare for tomorrow. So we're doing we'll do a flight tomorrow morning, and showcase the Moza again. So yeah, tuning my yoke is hard. Love to find a good preset for the Comanche. Ooh, the Comanche. Ooh, I haven't flown the Comanche in forever. Wasn't the Comanche broken in Sim Update 4? Now, P2, I was reading about something here. Beyondatc and the AB9 causing stuttering. So we're going to see what happens here on this arrival, because I know you said you've had some performance issues. I know Sim Update 4 has been better for you, but I know you said you've had some performance issues with flight simming. So I wonder if there is something going on there. If that's the case, that's a problem. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of SimConnect. I don't know how Moza's getting its stuff. What's your first impressions of the Moza? So far, I'm impressed. Very small sample size. But I love the little bit of rumbling. This is all default again. It's all default. I love the little rumbles to it. I have a lot to learn. A lot to learn before I can make any sort of final decision or final point of it. 240.
Intercept the 18 left localizer.
All right, and then approach mode.
Intercept the 18 left localizer. FedEx 1376.
All right, making our descent, looking good. At Loney, we're going to be at 2,000. All right, we're looking pretty good on descent. 3,000. I told you. Yeah. Oh, hey, P2. Do you have a problem with Beyondatc and set? Do you have a key binding for the stick? I know your stick doesn't have a whole bunch of buttons on it, but do you have a? I can't get it to program a button. Like it shows up on Beyondatc, but it won't do anything. Like I have this trigger, and it doesn't do anything. So yeah, let me know about that if you can. That's the Moza handle for you. Oh wait, that's the Moza handle for it. Field in sight.
Glide slope captured.
Right there. Let's bring up Beyondatc here. Field in sight.
We have the field. FedEx 1376 heavy.
All right, we should be intercepting the localizer here shortly. This is it, folks. Now it's going to get serious. Let's go ahead and get our flaps going.
Cleared visual approach 18 left.
And zoom that guy in. And then we're going to arm the speed brakes, which I think I have set for up, right? Nope.
Flaps 1.
Oh, crap. I don't know. All right, speed brakes are armed. I got to figure out that one.
Contact tower 119.7.
And then flaps 2. And then speeds 145. We're going to set 150.
Visual runway 18 left.
I think you need to calibrate your stick on the Moza software for anything. My button works fine. I have it calibrated. And yes, you use the keybind. Okay, it's funny because none of us have ever met IRL, but I'm excited. Like my buddy got an awesome toy. Jay, that's awesome. All right, we lost our glide slope. Okay, so we're going to go AP off. And then my aircraft, right? All right, I guess we're going to land this manually. Let's put in our speed. I got to move that. That's really bad. All right, flaps. gear coming down to slow us down. We're cleared for left. Altitude alert, that's fine. Left's over here. Alright, this is going to be interesting. Oh, I don't have a reverser set. Or... well, I have brakes. Okay, that's what I missed, my reverser. Alright, so we don't have reversers on this one.
Check the flaps.
Watching the speed, flaps looking good. First landing here, first landing, here we go, yeah.
Flaps 20.
Checked. Little high on the approach.
Speed
Unstable.
brake.
Armed.
Why are we unstable? Oh, because we're dropping so fast?
Checked.
Flaps.
Set.
Alright, flaps 30 checked. Gonna be stomping on them brakes, folks. Stomping on those brakes.
Flaps 30.
We're high on this approach. Gotta get us down. This is why I didn't do New Sky.
1,000.
Alright, there's FedEx cargo land loading on in. Let's get us down, buddy. Let's get us down. Still high. Let's get us down.
Approaching runway 18 left.
Let's get us down. There we go. What are you yelling about? No auto land. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, looking good. Alright, now we're on the glide slope.
Approaching minimums.
What's that flash? That was crazy.
Minimums.
Alright, get down.
30. 20. 10.
Idle. Hold it. Come on, buddy, get down. There's touchdown. Very, very nice. Oh, yeah, there's the first landing. I don't have reverser. I don't think it's going to work in this plane, right? Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay. All right. We did it. Wonder what that landing rate
60
was.
knots.
Woo. All right. Welcome to Memphis. Welcome to Memphis.
Heavy, exit right at Sierra
I wonder if I can change this. I wish I can change this to be on the left side.
FedEx 1376 Heavy.
But I don't think it's going to work. I think the stick's just supposed to be on the right. Okay, we made it. Let's go ahead and exit here. Flaps are coming up. Let's go up here. Turn off these dudes. Okay.
Ground 121.9er, FedEx 1376 Heavy.
Someone lasered you. I would say that was a dang good first landing. Speed brakes are disarmed, right? I think. I'm over here looking for the throttle like I normally do. What's the co-pilot telling you what to do? I don't remember. Oh, he told me I was coming in too hot. What's going on? My throttle's not working. Oh, there we go.
FedEx 5022 heavy runway 18 center taxi via Victor Bravo. Hold short.
Oh, I know why. Okay, I know why my throttle is goofy. I gotta do some. I moved my where my
FedEx 2 heavy. Request pushback.
axles are on my Bravo.
FedEx 2 heavy Memphis ground pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
I think we can just take this one all the way down to FedEx land.
West to FedEx 2 heavy.
Well, pretty much. We're not gonna worry about getting taxi instructions. We'll just go on down. Let's see. First landing, yes. Algonquin is a popular Providence park here to see all the fall colors. Took the mountain out for the belated birthday. Oh yeah, how'd the birthday go? You got her the Dyson? Did you end up getting her a Dyson? I know Irishman was gonna do a Dyson something, right? I use my right-handed aviator stick or airliner stick on the left side, so you can always make things work. Use your right on the left side. Okay, interesting. Like this worked, but I think that I actually might be more comfortable with the left hand. Now that I kind of got to feel it on the right side, I think I might set it up for the left. I'll swap things around again. I don't know. I got to do some investigation. I'll have to figure out. There's got to be a way to make it work. There's something that moves this plate here, so I got to do some research on that. I know it's hard for y'all to see, but there's a plate here that goes up and down. I think that moves. So I got to figure out that a little bit. I got to try to figure out these buttons. I got to try profiles. Anyone have toast with all that butter? I think it was a fine butter. No, I mean, oh, the software I use, Kerbal is Flight Sim First Officer. Flight Sim First Officer. It's freaking great. They just came out with V6 a couple weeks ago, which you know, really improved things a lot. And my favorite part about Flight Sim First Officer is it's completely customizable. I'll bring it up here on the screen. So that's this is Flight Sim First Officer. So it goes through a flow, and you can set up however you want. So like you can have it do everything for you, and you're pretty much just flying it itself, the plane, or you can have it just kind of be like more of a checklist, and that's what I have it set for. I have it mostly for a checklist. So you heard there, it was telling me make sure flaps are set, make sure landing lights are, you know, it's checking all that stuff for me. And it's just kind of like a cube, like, oh crap, yeah, I didn't do the flaps, I didn't do the spoilers. It's very nice to have. It's super awesome, and you know, it's a little pricey because you have to buy each plane variant or each plane independently. You know, so I have a 777 version, I have the FENIX version that comes with all 3 FENIXes. See, again, here I'm looking for my throttle, and you know, so you know, that's a downside people complain about with it, but I think it's great. The developer has already pushed out like 3 updates for this new V6. And just pushed out one today, which we're using, and it's fantastic. Manny flies iFly right-hand joystick. Oh, do you really? Okay. Yeah, I put up that poll a few days back. Well, I guess a month ago probably now. And most people fly left-handed. It was really interesting. I will in the tax season. Tax season is going to be paying, yeah, pretty much paying this off. The good old American credit. Everyone's in debt in America. There's no planes here. Super good right-handed with a side stick. She made it return to Dyson because it's too expensive. Oh, really? She made you return it because it's too expensive? I need this. Yeah, Flight Sim First Officer is really, really good. The developer is incredible too. So, for those who have listened to it, man, the performance here is really smooth. This is crazy how smooth it is here. Freaking incredible. So for the first episode of the briefing room, which is you know, every month or so, I'm going to do an interview with a developer or a streamer or content creator or someone from the community. And for the first one, we had Beyondatc, Captain from Beyondatc, and it was a really cool interview. Got to know him more, and you know, him to share more of his stories. Oh, look at that! We got a FedEx taxiing out there. Very cool. But so that went really, really well. I did reach out to FENIX. I did reach out to dudes at FENIX, and unfortunately, FENIX said they don't like to do stuff like that. They're not interested. They like to keep to themselves. So we're not going to have a FENIX one, unfortunately. I was really excited to try to get FENIX involved to do a second episode. It'd make perfect sense with Beyondatc being the first one, and then they rave so much about FENIX, you know, the FENIX way. But that's unfortunate. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do for a second interview. I had someone lined up. I still could do it, but I might go a different direction with it. Now, one thing, P2, is the yoke does bounce around a lot. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but it is bouncing around. It randomly will do a jitter. Like, I'll let it sit there for a little bit, do its thing. Whenever you have a chance and you do a flight, let me know if you see the same thing happen to you. I'm just kind of let it sit there for a little bit. Let me get rid of Beyondatc so I'm not burning through my credits. All right, we'll go ahead and clear out Flight Sim First Officer as well. Well, of course, it's not going to do it now. And let's go up here. Let's go external power is on. And let's go and cut off the engines. And then we'll see what our score, what our landing rate was for the very first flight with the Moza AB9. Let's bring that up here on the screen. So my next flight I have Casper to Grand Junction. And our landing rate was... we get 100% on our very first flight. I will take that. I will take 100%. Dang. And 155. A 155. Dang, folks. I will take it. That is the second best landing I've had with the 777. And here's the thing. All my best landings have all been with the side stick. The Ursa Minor and now the AB9. That's a hell of a coincidence. That's a sign from the flight sim gods. That's a sign from the flight sim gods. That's really cool. All right, let's just compare that. Let's see what we have here scheduled. That's my next flight I have on the docket. Let's see what what Volanta said. Let's see what Volanta said. All right, so let's go ahead and complete the flight, because this will be the test to see if this is saying the same thing or something similar to a 155. Enough said. A 155. That is amazing. For the very first flight, 159. I am beyond impressed. Beyond impressed that that's how smooth that landing was. And a night flight by all that. Night flights are always a little iffy, right? Let's see. P2 says, yeah, she said we should rather invest that money on ourselves to enrich our lives rather than buy some fancy stuff. What can I say? I landed a good one. P2, that's a grand one. That's a grand one. My wife is very similar. You know, so I've talked about this on my stream before, or on the stream before, but my wife and I, we have separate bank accounts. And the rule with it all is you can spend whatever you want of your own money as long as you can afford rent, pay the bills, and, you know, food. Outside of that, you spend whatever you want. As long as you have the money, go ahead and spend it and enjoy it. You know, it's your life, and you know, I don't tell her how much this is going to cost because she might get a little irritated. But, you know, it is what it is with that. I do need to set up an external view cam. Or I didn't see any stutters really with the flight and Beyondatc TC, so that's good news on that part. We'll see what a day flight is. Let's see, my wife is like that very low maintenance wife that works. Yeah, my wife's same way. You know, when we were shopping for wedding rings, well, when I went shopping, I knew that I had a very low budget, because if it went too high, she would freak out. She'd get so mad. And even when we shopped for our wedding rings, you know, she didn't want anything too crazy. You know, save the money and save her vacations or trips and whatever it be, you know. Send me a video on Discord. Send me a video on Discord. What am I sending a video of? I'm sorry. What am I sending a video of, P2? Am I sending you a video? That's why I'm going to marry this one. Get it done. Get it done, P2. Get a ring on that. Kerbal says, so if I buy the A320, do I need to also buy the base product? No, that's the base product. So every variant or every version of it, of a Flight Sim First Officer, is the base product, but it only works for that plane. Does that make sense? Flight. Where the hell's the website at? Flight Sim. All right, actually, I have just typed in FSFO. That's why. So on their website here, right? You buy their product. You can download the version here, but you have to buy it. You have to buy a key. And I recommend going directly through them because you save 10%. You can do it through partners if you want, but I'd recommend going directly through them. Why not save that 10%? But yeah, so like, for example, I have bought the FENIX version. I have the iFly version. I also have the 777 version. Okay? And so you can see the pricing's on the bottom there. $18. $18. Where's the FENIX at? $18. They're all $18. The ATR is a little lower. But yeah, so I have each one of those. And so I can use it only for the 777, right? I can only use the FENIX, and I can only use the EJET. Or not EJET, sorry, the iFly. If you try to use it with another plane, it won't detect it, it won't work. right? Well, I don't know. I guess I never tested that theory out, but it likely won't work because the flow's not right in the check. It's not seeing the right variance for it. I don't. It may not even work. I don't know. It may not detect it. But yeah. So yeah. You buying one, you buy the package. It buys the package for that plane. You know, the base package, you can say, something like that. It's very cool. It's very cool. If you ever need any tips with it, hop into yeah, that's the Pilot's Life Chapter 2. Need any tips, jump into Discord and let us know, because we all love, it seems like, I think we all love Flight Sim First Officer. It's fantastic. 170, that's my guest. It was what was it, 150 or something? What was it? I've already forgot. Or was it what? Maybe it was 170. I wish they also did 3D co-pilots like FS Crew. That's what kept me from buying it. Oh yeah, yeah. Some people, like, I know J Russ, he uses FS2 Crew, and you know, but you do whatever works for you, right? You know, and some people like the 3D co-pilots, some people don't. I wouldn't use them, so that's why for me, I don't need it. And I just love, they're both super customizable. You know, they're both super customizable and awesome. Well, let's try to load in real quick while we're here on stream. Let's try to load in this profile. Let's see what happens. So which one did I add in? This guy here. So I can load the preset. Auto preset switching is currently available or enabled. Loading the preset manually will disable the auto switching feature. You can always re-enable it, auto switching. Okay. All right, so now we have that profile loaded in. Auto matching profiles. Only show presets from configured games. Oh, okay. Oh, because it doesn't have Flight Sim 2024. It's just Flight Sim. Okay, I see. Only show presets for connected devices. There we go. Want this. Okay, cool. Been doing on-air. Oh yeah, on-air is great. On-air is great too. On-air for is a more grindy. So now we have... Oh, here, you can switch. This is where you can switch the different grips. So D-pad versus button. What's this do? Button mode provides the commands for 4 buttons. D-pad provides for directions. Which one's that for? Hat switch mode. Which one's the hat switch? This one? Or these guys? D-pad provides, or hold on. Button mode provides commands for 4 buttons, 4 button numbers. D-pad mode provides commands for 4 directions. Oh, I see. Okay, so instead of directions, it's buttons. I see. Okay. And then I did the calibration already. And then, so I want this on, right? Do I want the hardware trim on? Hardware trim mode allows users to move base trim center directly using buttons on the stick. This function provides trim support for games that do not natively support feedback. So I want the trim on, right? Lex, I sent you presets for the FENIX and the 777. Thank you. Guess who bought the Innobuild 340? Not J. Russ. Pilot's Life looks super interesting. Forced me to get off the GA. It is really cool. I really love it. I use it D-pad mode. Use D-pad mode. Okay. Do you have the trim on? Do you have the trim set on, right? Because then that would move it. Ooh, that already feels different. Yeah, that already feels different just right here. Interesting. I assume you have the trim on, because then if you use the trim on, then it would adjust it. Lex, use the preset as is. Use the preset as is. What preset? Use the preset as is. What preset? What am I missing? That's the only problem with this with YouTube's is the delay. I load and preset and use it and don't change anything. Oh, okay. So don't where was I at with that? Where the hell was I? Home. What button? Where the hell was that trim at? I lost it. Well, wherever that trim was. Oh, right here, hardware trim. So don't mess with that. That preset, or so the presets will set all hardware trim except for mode if you don't, or if for you don't change them once you. Okay, okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you, P2. Thank you. So it's interesting though. Is it seems like it's off. Maybe I gotta do calibration here. Start calibration. Maybe it's not. Auto calibration doesn't seem to be working right. Let's see if I adjust this. Maybe this is why things are going weird. You can change the D-pad thing, but I don't change the base settings. Okay, okay, cool. You can change that. Manny, thanks for coming in. Let me know when you're going to send me that Moza. I'll get right on it. I think P2 can show you his first. I think P2 will be more than happy to send you his, and then I'll send you mine afterwards. Okay, so is it set now? Okay, and then let's set the Y. Let's calibrate that one then. And Z is if you buy the extender. That will add... Oops, shouldn't touch it. Z is if you buy the extender thingy. Calibration successful. Maybe I have to add in a dead zone or something. Or if it's just really sensitive. Don't worry, the calibration is fine. Mine has higher numbers than you. Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Let's jump into the cockpit again here real quick. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, I broke it. I definitely broke it. I think that's probably why we shouldn't do it during the flight. Interesting. Is it broken? This is... All right, we're gonna restart the flight. I just want to see what's going on. I'm curious now. Auto calibration is fine. Don't do it. Reload the preset. I'm gonna reload the sim or the flight and see if it's because of that. Let's hop on in here. I just want to see. I'm just curious. Okay, yeah, so it's still like that. You said reload the preset. Reset. All right, let's see. Reload the preset. How do we do that again? This guy? No, that's not that guy. This guy? And then export. There's no 777 on here. That's weird. Later, guys. Thanks for coming in, Kerbal. Much appreciated. Thank you for all the tips today. Much appreciated. Flight Sim 2024. How do you reload the preset? One more thing. As long as your Moza is powered on, the last loaded preset will stay active in the devices. Only after you turn off the Moza and turn it back on, that it will go back to default. Okay. Let's load this guy. No, load some other, and then okay. And then go back. Yeah, it's acting weird now. You see here? Like it's still sideways. Did I break it? Let's reset the base. Please move your joystick to the center, then remove the grip. Oh, I don't want to remove the grip right now. Let's auto calibrate. Let's just try auto calibrate. Maybe because I was doing the other one. Let it auto calibrate it. Maybe because I did each one individually. I don't know. Maybe I broke it. Calibration complete. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it was off. Like the one was off on the other side. So this should. And now I have it set for the. Yeah, I have it set for the 777. So now. Oh, I like this. I like the way this one feels. Yeah. That's much better. That's very nice. I wish like they would fix it so that you can go into drone mode and still move stuff. I don't remember what button I set for external view. That's trim. That's look left and right. That doesn't work. Or what? No, that's left and right. I don't remember what I did. Oh, there's drone. There's external view. But it won't. Yeah, it won't move anything because it's locked down right now. It's really heavy, man. This stick's heavy. It's crazy. Don't reset the base. Don't reset the base. Oh, okay. Use the 777 preset I sent you. The stick will mimic the movements of the yoke in AP. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah, I'll use that one. I just downloaded one from the thingy. Cool. Okay, well, that's going to end today's stream. Peachy, thank you for the tips. Kerbal, thank you again as well. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Tomorrow, we're going to go right back at it. We'll do some more. Hopefully, I will have my setup all figured out here. Hopefully, I'll get more knowledge going on. I'm going to do another flight tonight. I'll do that one I have shown up on the screen with APL. I'll get that one figured out. I'll use your profile too, P2. I'm going to see if I can get this onto the left-hand side as well. See if I can get that working. Then I got to, of course, move the camera and all that jazz. But we'll get that all figured out. I do appreciate everyone for coming in. This was an interesting stream. Nevertheless, what did we go on? An hour, almost 2 hours. Wow. Of just kind of setting up the MOSA. So far, I'm impressed. Got a lot to learn. Got a lot of things to set up and figure out. But so far, the first flight was really good. Landing was really good. Takeoff was good. It's going to be once we get some wind, of course, where things are going to get really spicy and interesting. But we'll see you in Discord, or we'll see you in tomorrow's stream. Thanks for coming in. Take care, everyone.